Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Soumya Basant. I work as a cornea consultant at Zamindar's Microsurgical Eye Center. Recently we have opened a new branch which is located on 100 feet Main Road, Kalyan Nagar, Bangalore. In this current era where we use a lot of electronic devices like computers, mobiles, tablets, including children post-pandemic where they have online classes, even they have started using all these devices. They report to us with a lot of dry eye symptoms. Dry eye disease is a complex disease including the disorder of the tear film where there is tear insufficiency or excessive evaporation of the tears causing damage to the ocular surface, causing various ocular symptomatology. There is an increased incidence where people or the patients present to us with very dry-eyed symptoms like tearing, redness, watering, sand or gravel feeling in the eye, itching, irritation. When such patients visit to us, they are first seen by the optometrist at our center. The optometrist gives them a screening questionnaire. Here in our center, we use the OSDI form. The acronym OSDI stands for Ocular Surface Disease Index Scoring Pattern, where the patient is asked to fill the screening format, where there are a set of 12 questions and each of them are assigned a score. A scoring between 1 to 100 is assigned to it. When we summate all the questions and the scoring, we take the last score. And anywhere between 0 to 14 is termed as normal. Anywhere above 14 to 100 is termed as abnormal. Again, there's a gradation of the categories of dry eye. We segregate it as mild, moderate and severe. Apart from these people who come to us with these symptoms, the other people who are handed down the OSDI format are contact lens wearers, post-refractive surgeries, diabetics, postmenopausal women, patients with thyroid disease, and patients on other systemic medications like anticonvulsants, antihypertensives, and some antihistamines and some ocular medications also. The optometrist also assesses the visual acuity, and if there's any refractive errors, they treat them. Fine, when the patient visits the ophthalmologist, when I see a scoring pattern on the OSDI of more than 14, a lot of varied in-house tests are done to assess the tear film and the tear film stability, to assess the tear functioning and the ocular surface integrity. To assess the tear film stability, I would do a TBUT, that is tear film breakup time. This test score is read after that. Next is I would assess the tear functioning by a Schirmer's 1 and 2, which is read at the end of 5 minutes. The ocular surface integrity is assessed by doing vital staining. Here we use fluorescein, rose bengal or lissamine. These are impregnated strips which are readily available and which is instilled into the conjunctival cul-de-sac. Sometimes we do a dual staining, either we do it with fluorescein and lissamine or fluorescein and rose bengal. Then scoring pattern is given. There's a gradation pattern. We follow the NEI grading, that is the National Eye Institute grading, where the corneal staining as well as the conjunctival staining, where they're divided into quadrants and a score is given depending on the staining pattern. Finally, it is summated and it is assigned a score. Meibomian glands, orifices, or we do a meibomography to look for any gland dropouts. A slit gland examination as well as a gross examination is done. Gross examination to look for any joint deformities in cases of rheumatoid arthritis or rosacea, look for any acne pattern on the rhinophyma, or look for any other gross deformities, any malpositioning of the eyelids, ectropions, entropions, or any other lid malpositions like your ptosis or 7-nerve palsies. A thorough slit lamp examination is done as well as the fundus examination also done. Finally, based on all the test scores, the OSDI format, the various tests which were done, the ocular staining pattern, take a look at all of these things. We assess the dry eye or the subtype of dry eye and the treatment is given to the patient.